Depending on who you ask, they'll tell you I'm a legend. From YO to the Veil to the Mongo spot on Creston. Always been 1,000, never ever been a lane. Lay a nigga down for these 3 letters on my chain.
What's happening? What's shaking? What it do, man? What it cook like? This is your boy J Hood, and you are now tuned into a brand new episode of the Tales from the Hood vlog series. You should know what to do by now. Stream or download my brand new project entitled S.E.L.F. And while you at it, grab the Pesci trilogy also, man. Pesci Part 1, Pesci Part 2, and Pesci Part 3. When I tell you it's that work, it is that work. I tell you no lies. Stream that. Available right now on all digital streaming platforms. Run that up for your boy, all right? So look, before we get into today's episode, I just want to make you guys aware of the fact that I'm about to come out with a brand new series entitled Hip Hop with Hood very soon, where I'm going to basically be talking to you guys about all the current events that's taking place within hip hop right now, because there's a lot of shit that's going on. So be on the lookout for that, all right? So look, on today's episode, we're going to speak about the first time that I received praise from Lil Wayne, right? Yeah, Weezy, F baby. Please say the baby, all right? All right, so check it, man. I mean, just like a lot of other people, you know, Wayne is a legend in my eyes, you know what I mean? Like, he's been doing it for a while, someone that I definitely admire and shit like that. So I've been had the, you know, the highest respect for him and shit like that. So this wasn't my first time meeting him, but it was my first time, like, really, like, chopping it up with him. So one day, like, I forgot exactly why we was there, but we was in Miami. Me, my former manager, and a couple of my guys and shit. We ended up going to this club. I think it was like in Little Haiti or something like that, right? It's a little hood spot. I do remember that. It was like real hood and shit, man. You know what I mean? We seen niggas outside with straps and all that type of shit. So we go in, right? Motherfuckers walking in. We probably in there for about 10 minutes tops, no longer than that. We go up in there, niggas getting their drinks and shit. Like, we ain't even wait for the bottles to come to us. I don't even know if we got bottles that night, to be honest with you, but I remember getting a drink and we walking to our section and shit. But before we get to our section, somebody must have told my manager or some shit that that Wayne was in the section right beside where our section was supposed to be. And they heard that we was in the building and all that, so somebody told them niggas, somebody told us that they wanted us to come over there. So we ended up going towards Wayne's section, and I see Mac Main, right? He was like one of the first niggas I seen as soon as we get over there. So he looked at me and shit, dabbed me up like, what up? You know what I mean? Gave me a pound and shit like that. You know, I don't know him personally, so I ain't really say too much to him. I was just like, what's shaking, what's good? And then dap somebody else up. He was with like a few niggas. He's probably with like 7 different dudes, 8 dudes. So after I got past like the second dude, you know, all the way in the back, I see Wayne back there smoking and shit. So I go up to him, I approach him and shit. Him, grabbed my hand and shit, gave me a pound. I'm looking at him, I'm like, my motherfucking nigga, man. I'm like, boy, you know what I mean? I'm looking at him and shit, I'm like, nigga. Boy, you that guy, nigga. You know what I mean? He like, nigga, you's a fucking beast, nigga. He looking at me now, he like, nigga, you's a beast, nigga. What you doing to these fucking mixtapes right now, boy? He like, nigga, you on fire, man. You know what I mean? And I'm like, my nigga, like, come on, stop it, man. He like, nigga, nah, nigga, for real, nigga, you's a fucking monster, man. And he still got my hand at this point. I'm looking at him like, nigga, you got a hell of a grip, man. You know what I mean? Because he giving me one of them hard pounds and shit, no more. I'm like, nah, nigga, I appreciate that for real, man. Coming from you, that really means something, man. He like, man, nah, it's all good, nigga. I'm like, damn, this nigga in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, this nigga Wayne telling me I'm a beast. I'm like, yo, this shit crazy, man. Who would have fucking ever thought that I would be hearing this from somebody like this? You know what I mean? So, I'm like, damn, man, like, I ain't gonna lie, like I said, that shit mean a lot, man. Like, yo, damn, it'd be crazy if we was to possibly do some shit somehow, man. He was like, look, man, like, nigga, let's make it happen. He was like, shit, he was like, you know what? Only thing I would need you to do, just do a joint with my artists and shit. And we good, man. We make it happen. We swap it out, whatever, man. I got you. I fuck with you. Like, I'm like, your artist. He like, yeah, he like, what I'm gonna do is, he like, have your manager take my manager information and, you know, and have them keep in contact and we'll set it up and we'll make it happen. I'm like, all right, bet. So I told my manager, I'm like, yo, nigga, make sure you get their contact information and shit like that. Son said he'd do a joint with me if I just do a joint with his artist. At the time, I think his artist, that's when Currency was still with him. like I could be wrong, but I think it was Currency. He was like, just do a joint with my artist. I'm like, all right, bet. So he took the info, and after that, like I said, he gave me another pound. You know what I mean? Like, we on some real nigga shit. Gave him a, not a hug, but dapped him up and shit. After that, we went to our section, and I told my manager, I'm like, yo, make sure you stay on that. But unfortunately, after that, my manager didn't like execute the shit, and the collaboration never ended up happening. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like fell through, and I was like, damn, I was kind of disappointed that we never got to actually make something shake with that, because he was with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, man, this nigga said he would do a joint with me, and that's the only thing I had to do. And then, the fact that my former manager didn't connect those dots, I'm like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that I think could have been crazy, but everything happens for a reason. If it didn't happen, it wasn't supposed to happen. But I never forgot that night because of what he said to me and shit. So I just thought that would be an interesting story to tell you guys, because that's what we doing on Tales from the Hood. All right. So check it. Oh yeah, before I get up out of here, I want to give a shout out to Miss Hustle. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Miss Hustle. Not only is she fire and all that, but she's one of the real ones that always keeps it 100. You know what I'm saying, with me. And she been told me that I was one of her inspirations and all that, and that she fuck with a nigga, and I got her on her shit from listening to a lot of my earlier mixtapes and all that shit. So shout out to her. She killing shit on the battle tip, and go check her out if you ain't up on her right now. You hear me? So also, if you got anything that you want to promote, whether it be product, whether it be a project, get at me, man. We still offering them promotional packages and shit like that. So until next time, man. Tales from the Hood.